What's up, YouTube? This is NYG31 here. Today I'm going to talk about the Seattle and Giants matchup. The Giants come up a win against the Jaguars last Sunday. It was a close game. We could have lost that game because the refs is cheating so much, and that owner paid those refs for us to lose that game. But luckily, we beat the refs and the Jaguars at the same time, and the owner. So it was a good win for us. But we're facing Seattle. We're going across country. I mean, let's face it. Seattle's 4-3. Geno Smith is carrying that team. Um, Tyler Lockett, G.J. Metcalf combined for I'll say 400 yards. But we gotta keep tabs on these guys. We cannot let them get separation, because if we let them get separation, it's gonna be a long day. And our secondary is actually in the middle of the pack in the lead as far as pass defense. And then what that is, Seattle's not a good team. Even though they're 4-3, even though Geno Smith is carrying them, but Geno Smith's been trash for years. And now all of a sudden he's playing good. You see, that don't sit well with the Giants. It's just like a prey is waiting to happen. Because my front four is going to go after Geno Smith. In order to do that, first, we got to stop Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is a beast. He and Geno Smith is carrying that team. I could say Tyler Lockett and G.J. Metcalf. They carry a team to that 4-3 record. But all things must come to an end this Sunday. Because I could tell you what, if we stop Kenneth Walker and stuff him in the backfield for a loss and keep stuffing him, we'll win this game. I know our rush defense is 29th in the league. But if we stop Kenneth Walker and stop that passing attack of Geno Smith, we could win this game. Our secondary is actually in the middle of the pack of the league. And don't think that Kevin Walker is going to run between Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. It's not going to happen. We're going to stuff him in the backfield for a loss. It's going to be a tough day for Kenneth Walker. He's a beast, but he's not going to be a beast against our front seven and our front four. Don't let our 29th Russian defense fool you, because the difference between our Russian defense, we only give up 4 touchdowns, right? As far as rushing. But for your Russian defense, y'all gave up 11 touchdowns. And your pass defense, actually, your whole defense is the worst in the league. How are you going to stack up with our no-name wide receivers, and especially Wandale Robinson, that's going to take the cover off that defense? How are you going to stack up with that? You see, Seattle fans, you're so naive that we have the worst Russian defense, but the fact of the matter is, you don't even do your research. We only gave up 4 touchdowns throughout the whole season, and that's why we're 6-1, and you're 4-3, because you gave up 11 touchdowns for the season. Your rush defense is the worst in the league. Your rush defense is worse than ours. Ours is 29, yours is 32. Actually, no, yours is 31 in the league. So you think that you're going to stop us in the run game? Hell no. Saquon Barkley is going to have a field day against your front four. All our offensive line have to do is create holes, and our running backs have to find holes and run through those gaps. And once they do that, it's going to be a long day for that front seven, because that front seven is very shitty. They have no name defensive line and no name secondary. Quandre Diggs I mean, he's the best safety they have in Seattle, but what he's going to do, he's not going to do nothing. He's not going to do nothing against our wide receivers. He's not going to do nothing against our tight ends, even though Daniel Bellinger is going to be out. Evan Neal's going to be out. We have a former offensive line. I think our offensive line is better than Seattle's offensive line because our offensive line, like I said, is going to create holes for our running backs. Our running backs have to find holes, burst through those A-gap and B-gap holes. And then it's going to be a long day for that front seven. Because let me tell you something, that front seven ain't shit against our offensive line. They're not shit at all. I mean, Seattle had the worst defense. I mean, how you have the worst defense and you're 4-3? That doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to be 1-4 or 0-4 or 0-5. How the hell you 4-3? You got the worst rushing defense and defense overall. How? How that happened? Your defense is trash, Seattle. And once we beat you and beat you to a bloody pulp, it's over. You're not going to stop Saquon Barkley. You're not going to stop Rondell Robinson. You're not going to stop Marcus Johnson. You're not going to stop David Stills. You're definitely not going to stop Ricky Lewis. You're not going to stop none of our wide receivers. It's over for you, Seattle. You think you got what it takes to beat us? No, you don't. You're going to lose this game. It's not going to be a blow. It's going to be a close game. But we're going to beat you by 3 points. I won't be surprised if we beat you by 4 points, but it's over. Until then, this is NYG31 signing out.